Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that women are just being objectified in the media, that we're being objectified on music videos, and we're in a society where parents have to go to work. Especially in a place like New York, it's very hard to survive there. It's very hard to live without, with one parent working, or even if it's a single parent household and you have to go to work and you have to take care of the bills, and you have, there's just certain things that have to be done. So, a lot of kids get raised by their friends, and a lot of kids get raised by the TV, and a lot of kids, this is just the time that we live in. This is the society that we live in. And so I remember seeing videos like, if you watch a lot of music videos, and um, you'll see a video where a rapper is basically calling a woman a hoe, and then you see women dancing in the background to it. And then people believe like that, we just all think that's okay, but that's not true. We don't all think that's okay. We don't all we don't all relate to the term hoe. We don't all think that that's acceptable behavior. We don't think that you snatching us up in the street is a good idea. We we don't all think that's cute. We don't we don't all feel comfortable with that. We don't all like that. And I think that we need to treat each other better, and I'm gonna keep saying that because I believe it. I believe that when I was coming up in New York, New York was my everything. And so everything that I saw in New York was my take on the world. So in the world, in that box was New York. New York was the world, and because there's so many different cultures there, you couldn't tell me that New York wasn't everything. It wasn't it. What I learned in New York is what I believe about everything. So when I left New York, when I fully moved from New York, and I came across other things and different lifestyles and different ways that people live, and different attitudes and different behaviors, I was culture shocked because I believed that everything was supposed to be that way. I have to tell you, I'm sorry, excuse me. I have to tell you, when I left New York, and I've been a lot of states since, that's not a natural, regular occurrence of someone yelling at you as you walk down the block. It's not a regular, natural occurrence of someone snatching you up in the street. It's not a natural occurrence for someone to curse you out because you didn't talk to them. It's not a natural or a common occurrence for a man to disrespect you. Like, men are really not just disrespectful. Men are really, and I'm talking about in general, like what I've seen when I had to take my New York experience and put it against my Florida experience, my Texas experience, my Maryland experience, my where else have I been? I've been to other places I can't remember right now. But when I have to my California experience, when I take these things and I put it up against the other places I've been, it's not the same. I've never been treated the way I was treated in New York as I've been, anywhere else. I never had to feel so uncomfortable. I remember when I left New York, I got married, um, and originally moved to California. And I had a fear of living on the base. It was a serious fear. And my husband kept saying, well, it's cheaper to live on the base. And I was so scared, like, well, what if they deploy you and I'm just stuck on the base with all those men? Like, I was so frightened. I was so frightened. And I've always thought it was because of the molestation and the rape that I incurred growing up, but it was so much more than that. Like, what what we had to go through walking down the blocks in New York City every day affected my life. It affected my life. I didn't understand that I was so scared. And I didn't even understand why I was so scared until last night watching this young lady's video. And I was transported back to that. It really, really does affect you. It really does hurt you, and it scars you when you feel like men can't be trusted. And so we didn't live on military bases for years. In fact, the first time we lived on a military base was about 4 years ago. And now again, this I've been living this military life. Um, I left. It was either 9 or 10 years ago. So it was before I got married, and I've almost made 9 years married. So um, it was a long time, you know. And to finally understand, to finally realize, I want to reach out. I want to reach out to you young men, you know, older men, old men, anybody, you know, males who think that that's okay. You are hurting people. You're hurting people. You are affecting someone's life. When you look at women as if they're nothing, and you undress us with your eyes, and you have no regard for who we are, you know, and that we're individuals, that we're people, that we're human beings. When you do those things, it hurts us, and we don't all like it. We don't. Um, when you touch us, and we're not asking you to touch us, we don't all like that. And I would have to say to you, a vast majority of us don't like it. A vast majority of us don't want to be disrespected. And I have to say to my ladies, you know, I understand. I understand that life. And I understand more now than I understood it when I was living it. And we have to come to a point where we're able to come out from under all of this bondage, because that's a type of bondage where we grow and we have distrust for people. I understand protecting yourself, but what I don't want is for you to have to unlearn and undo a lot of learned behavior. You know, I don't want you to have to reteach yourself to love, accept, and trust. You know, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard, and I'm gonna continue to search for answers, because I don't want to just leave it at this. I just finally understood it, and so I'm kind of at a place of feeling lost, because now the part of me that loves to have an answer for everything, that I don't really have an answer. But sweethearts, I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking. I understand low self-esteem. I had it for a very, very long time, a very long time, and there is no gratification. It's not okay to let a man treat you a way that you don't deserve to be treated. It's not a way. There's no reason to let a woman do it. There's no reason to let anybody treat you the way you don't deserve to be treated. And I know that you don't think that you are worth anything, but I'm telling you that you are. I'm telling you that you were made so special and so beautiful. And God made you for a specific purpose. You are an amazing, amazing asset to life. And nobody needs to treat you in a way that is anything less than a queen, anything less than a princess, anything less than who and what you are. You are an amazing creation made by God, and I want you to remember that. Okay? So, I love you guys. This is not the end of this discussion. I will be back. But as for now, I'll see you tomorrow, God willing. I love you. Have a great night. Bye.